It's been a year, hasn't it?
A year since President Trump took office. A year when harrowing allegations of sexual assault and harassment spread from Hollywood to Washington, sparking the Me Too revolution.
I have had to remind her, no, the things you went through were actually horrific.
Women's strength even made it onto the big screen.
Regardless of our color and our abilities and our shapes and sizes, we're all Wonder Women.
In New York.
Time is now!
In Denver.
We really hope to engage and excite people so that they take back government.
In Los Angeles, in Seattle, Boston, and dozens of cities in between, women and their supporters filled the streets. Those who returned to Washington to protest on Saturday remember last year's much larger crowds responding to a new president.
It was sort of this amorphous, meandering kind of threat.
An unknown threat of a new administration. But since then, they say roadblocks against immigrants and women's health have been reinforced, and they know the consequences. So this time, the people who march
see a way to vantage the power of the movement, which is voting. And I think we saw that in Alabama, we saw that in Virginia, and we saw it most recently in Wisconsin.
Women have been elected to office around the country at record numbers this year. This crowd knows it. We've seen a lot of signs saying power to the polls, march on the polls, and even promoting candidates for races at all levels, truly turning last year's fury into this year's action. In Washington, I'm Natasha Chen reporting.